Do you want to learn how to relax your brain on demand? I haven't heard of a lot of people who wouldn't like to do that, especially in these days. But today I want to share with you something we've learned from a study from the journal Nature, and also how it's connected to memory. How we're learning how to relax on demand can actually increase your memory and also strengthen your ability to feel a greater sense of personal control in your life. So if you're interested in that, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you a very simple practice that's going to allow you to do that. Okay, stay tuned. If you're new here, then my name is Dr. Elisha Goldstein. I am a clinical psychologist. I'm the founder of the Mindful Living Collective and creator of a new mental health accelerator program called Uncover the Power Within. If you're interested in what makes that a mental health accelerator and you'd like some of that in your life, go ahead and click on the link in the description below. Okay, so let's talk about this study. Let's talk about why it's relevant to you and how you can begin relaxing your brain on demand today to make your life a little better. So in this study, researchers took 8 epileptic volunteers who were shown 100 photos, and then 30 minutes later, they were shown 50 of the same photos and 50 different photos. And their job was to tell the researchers which photos they had seen before. So we can all think about like how we would do on a study like that. Now, while they were asked to recall the photos they had seen, they were also hooked up to EEG machines, which means electrodes that were hooked up to their brain in order to record the electrical activity. The findings show that recognition was highest in the parts of the brain where memories are formed. Okay, so is it news that we actually learn better when we're in a relaxed state? I mean, if you think about it, if you're a student in a classroom and you're relaxed, awake, and focused, you're going to probably learn the information better, faster, more effectively versus being distracted, asleep, and not focused really, right? And so, but why is this important? Because if you think about the life we're living right now, for most of us, we're all basically in a petri dish of overstimulation, distraction, and so it's really hard to recall things. And you may have noticed this in your own life. When we're overstimulated and we're not in a relaxed state, our brain doesn't take in and record the information in the same way, so it's harder to recall. A lot of people in our culture nowadays think mindfulness is the answer. Mindfulness just means awareness. It means intentionally paying attention to something in the present moment with an engaged curiosity. But really, mindfulness is not the answer. Mindfulness just means awareness. It's the foundation. What we need to learn how to do is actively relax our nervous system. Mindfulness allows us the ability to make different choices. It allows us to widen that space between stimulus and response, where we can choose to do something intentionally that's for us. And so in this day and age, what we really need to do is actively relax our nervous systems. And so when you think about it, whether you want to learn a new language, learn engineering, integrate things in your life that are going to help you heal or be happier, the very first thing, the wise action towards all of this is learning how to actively relax our nervous system. And in my personal coaching program, what I mentioned before, the Mental Health Accelerator, one of the very first things we learn is how to do that. So we can be more receptive, learn new things, and also learning how to relax in our lives feels good. So here's the thing you can do in your day to actively relax your nervous system. It's very simple. I've mentioned it before on previous videos, but I want to mention it to you again right now because it's such an important point. It can bring back the faculties of your brain. And it feels really good. And so you want to go around in your day-to-day and just look at, hey, where's my body tensing? Where am I bracing right now? Where are my muscles actually pulling right now that I can begin to soften or relax? Because what happens is, oftentimes we think of this nervous system or our brain as like separate from our body. But really it's all connected. The brain wraps down our spine, down to our arms and hands. And when you are able to relax your muscles in your body, believe it or not, you start to relax your brain too. And so you start to reduce the activity, the stimulation in your brain, and that actually feels good, and the cycle can help you spiral up instead of down. So all you have to do is think about, all right, in my day-to-day, as I'm walking around the day, Where do I brace? In what context do I brace? If I'm at work, are there a certain time of day? Is it with certain people that I notice the bracing happening? And if you already know that, you can prepare for it. You can be aware where you anticipate the bracing happening, and you can already begin to make a plan to soften, stretch your muscles, do something that's going to actively relax your nervous system and ultimately open you up to being happier. If this was helpful to you, if this tip was helpful to you, then go ahead and don't forget to like this video. That tells YouTube, like, hey, this is something important for people to pay attention to. And if you haven't subscribed, we give incredible, simple mental health tips every single week to support you in getting into a better place, or if you're already in a good place, an even better place. My name is Elisha Goldstein. I'm going to leave a couple videos on the other end of this that can also support you in continuing to learn and integrate and get your life into a better place. See you next time.